Good morning, everybody. Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. For this cold, chilly, snowy Monday, today's my day off. I couldn't find a better day to make a wonderful video for you wonderful folks out there. Okay, this is a fun build. Now, take note that this evening I'll have the final reveal and my final entry for Mr. Charlie Mack's Pearl Harbor Anniversary Group build. I'll have that for you shaking this evening, fellas. So please stay posted for that. This is a fun build I had going underway about 4 days ago. I've been building this thing now for about 4 days straight, taking my time on it. As you see peering behind my right shoulder, this is known as the mighty Stuka. This is Junkers Stuka, Junkers 87B Stuka. This was used during the invasion of Poland. And this is a beautiful model. And I've had two of these in my lifetime, fellas. There's a story behind the first one I got. I bought this back in 1977. This is the second one of these I bought. The first one I bought, it was Airfix. After it got broken during a model convention, I wanted to get me another one. And that was this one here. I couldn't find it. So I went back to the Mad Modeler Hobby Shop. I see Lanny T-Tack there. I said, Lanny, I said, boy, I had a horrible triangle a while ago. He goes, what happened? What got broken? I said, you know that Stuka lot up? Yeah. Oh, wow, I wanted to see that. I said, well, it's in pieces. He said, what happened? I said, well, I told him I put it on my seat of my car. Coming back from the model convention, I applied my brakes. The thing rolled off the darn seat and bam, pieces. One got another one. I'll build one of these days. I said, well, I got one just like it, Frank, except it's NPC. I said, what's NPC? He said, it's the same kit. It's Airfix. They're doing so well over there, and we're such a demand over here of Airfix kits, Frank. They got licensed under the NPC out of Michigan. So what the Airfix does, they just send everything over there, and they just license everything under the label there. They'd be doing that in the future. They'd be taking molds. People would be buying each other's molds. Just keep the stuff going. It's the same kit, just different name, so which it is. And I bought it. Well, I just now started this since 1977 when I bought this thing. I was in the service then. I was stationed in San Diego at the time. And when I bought the Stuka. Now, henceforth, on a Stuka and the Airfix kits, of all the 124 scale ranges of kits that Airfix has produced in the range of 124 scale, the jumbo scale, super scales they call them, I think the Stuka is the best one of them all. Miles better. I mean, there's something about it. Really, the construction is a novice can attack this kit with no problem. It's all the detail is all incorporated inside the cockpit. Engines, it's all molded in there instead of pieces like the Asian brothers do now. 4 or 5 pieces to make one piece. Everything's so exquisitely detailed. Airfix did a wonderful job. They did their homework on this kit. I would say the Airfix 124 scale Stuka is the best one they ever made. And this is the second one of one of these I've ever had in my whole life. I'm enjoying the hell out of this thing. Okay, without further ado, we're going to take this camera swing around, and I'll be getting my web camcorder probably one day this week. So stay posted for that. You'll see the quality of the videos, the pictures are nice. Okay. There it is on the ground. I'll bring it up to you over here. So better this way because this camera here. Okay, I spent 4 days on this thing. A lot of guys paint those engines black, put a bunch of washers on it. These things were painted RML gray. I didn't have the RML gray, so what I did, I know my color wheels. I took me some dark gray paint and I mixed some green with it. And I got to the right color of RML gray. It actually was a greenish gray. And I applied washers to it, did a lot of dry brushing, added colors, different tonal effects. The Stuka, the Trumpets of Jericho. This whole thing is removable. You got side inspection panels pop off, you got the top that pops off, exposes the whole engine. And what I like about this is the trapeze as they clear that bomb. Right there, you got a window right there. It's straddled right between the pilot's legs. When this thing goes into a dive, he can see that target right there. As soon as he sees that target, he releases that toggle, You'll swing that trapeze and that bomb will clear that properly, pull out of that of the G-force that dive. One thing about the Stukas, about the Germans, they were very, very smart people. And they studied a lot of German medicine back in those days. The G-force, how much the human body can take. Just like we did. But they would have added it in a different way, a lot better way than we did it. They did something we didn't do. And our Dauntlesses and Helldivers and any other aircraft that we use as dive bombers is known as automatic recovery system, which is programmed through the pilot. These things go up to 15,000 feet. Then they go into a hell of a dive. They turn them sirens on. And then sirens on are like a screeching bird of prey coming at you, and they scare the living hell out of you. As he goes into a real steep dive, they pull up about 1,500 feet. At a normal dive, you black out or something like that. These things are diving at 90-degree angles. Then they find out it's a lot more better, efficient, instead of going straight down. They go at a 70-degree angle, which is a defective. This is the same thing, but that much, it reduces the G-force a little bit, not that much. Say we dived at 70 degrees. The Germans at 90 degrees, but a lot of the blackouts are hitting the Stuka pilots really bad. A lot of them say they're seeing stars in their eyes. And all of a sudden, the good night rain effect, and you wake up, the plane's still flying, and you're alive. You look behind your cockpit, and you hit your target right on the button. These things were very accurate on their journey of bombing. I mean, it took a special pilot to fly these things. This thing is not a very hard model to put together. Believe it or not, guys, take it from old Frankie Day. This is no fit issues on this kit. I did some research on the internet, and they had a few builders on there. They're building it. They did a pretty good job. A lot of the guys ain't satisfied with the kit it can offer, so they go for that photo etch stuff they go through. To me, this thing don't need no photo etch. This thing is, everything is there. I even got a plan that I got from Billy Gunner one time, a good friend of mine out in California. He was a Stuka pilot. He gave me a set of plans. I did one of these one time, and I followed it to build this thing. This thing is pretty much on. There's a lot of details that the Airfix company left out because they probably didn't have the accessibility to it. I didn't put it in. It's like more or less like extra toggles and switches like that stuff. But they give me enough on here to make this kit come alive. This is a gimmick model. Rudder turns, I mean it activates as a real one. This thing is a beautiful airplane, guys. A real beautiful airplane. You can see the cockpit. These cameras do not do justice to it. If I had a camcorder, it'd really make this thing come alive real good. I spent 2 hours on this cockpit painting this thing. I primed it, painted it, gave it washes, did a lot of dry brushing, did a lot of tonal effects in the grays, add little aluminum scratch marks here and there where the pilots get in, also the observer. Let me tell you a story about the Stuka. I used to work for a masonry outfit named Billy Gunner Masonry. Actually, it was MFM Masonry. They were brothers. Ed Stover and Billy Gunner. And he was a Stuka pilot. He's the one I got the plans from. And he built one out of aluminum one time. I think it's about 1/6 scale. Huge. It was hanging in his garage. And he flew those things. And man, I tell you, that thing was highly detailed. He just gave me a copy of those plans right there. That what he had of his. I guess he obtained it from the Yonkers company. I don't know. But he was a pilot. He knew pretty much about the Stuka. And there's one question that pops in my mind, is the sirens. I says, what in the heck do you guys put sirens on those spats for like that? And he says, it's for psychology. It goes, Frank, it's for psychology. I said, imagine if you will, if you're on the ground and we're charging it, we're coming down on you. It's like a bird of prey. And you hear that screeching sirens coming like that. They're terrifying. They said they go right through your ears. They shriek. They're loud. It drives people into hysteria. It's called part of the psychological warfare. That's part of it. That's what we did. Us pilots did not like to use those sirens because we got a louder view of it than what the people did. And he said it got to the point that we just disconnected the sirens and we don't want to use them no more. They're too nerve-wracking. They even drove us into shambles. So I imagine them things were pretty annoying. They got rid of them. And Rudels, he was a tank buster on Stukas during North Africa campaign. And believe me, to get 20mm cannons, we hit those doggone boy. Those tanks fly in the air like a model, like a putting a firecracker under a model tank or something. They blow up in the air and everything. Very fascinating. And this is a very fascinating airplane, guys. It's a wonderful build. This is a fun build. It's something I dug up out of the closet, and I haven't built in years, so I gave try my hand out of it. So I got my Corsair. I'll be working on that this evening. I haven't done much on that, so those that have participated for my Corsair group build, I'm very, very deeply honored, every one of you. Like I said again for the 5th, 6th time, it's 6 months. Take it up to 6 months. I'll give you plenty of time to build stuff that you want to do, catch up on things that you got started, or perhaps even join in another group build if somebody's got shaken down. So you got 6 months is a long time. So I'm going to take my time, my Corsair, for almost $200. I'm going to take my sweet time on it. And Doug Hensley of Hensley Models, that fellow did 2 Corsairs. He done one for the group Pearl Harbor group build, and he done one for me. And thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. He's my southern brother from Kentucky, KY, about 45 miles from my house, going down south. And thank you very much, Doug. God bless you, sir. And stay warm, buddy. It's cold out there. I hear we'll be getting a lot of snow tonight. When we get more, we'll be needing, I'm thinking. So nothing to do but enjoy the white stuff, come down and just build a Stuka. Anyway, this evening we're going to have the final reveal for the Pearl Harbor group build on the Kingfisher, so stay posted for that. And oh Lord, I got something else on that shit. Look at the Corsair. Oh yeah, I did finish that. I'm knocking them out, guys. Not fast, but I'm knocking them out. I'm doing my share. I was thinking, I just work on the Stuka and get that going. It's a fast build. It don't take long to build this thing. The slow part is just building an engine and also the cockpit details and such. Oh yeah, I've got to show you. I got these baggies. Keep them getting. Another thing, Old Airfix has done that you hardly ever see. They have separate baggies for the clear parts. No fooling. It's all stapled together like that. Hey, wow! They're 50 years ahead of us. I painted and primed these pilots and also the observer here. So here's the pilot right here. Here's Hans Rudel. And that's his buddy right there, Wilhelm. And I pose our heads different directions. As you can see, he's looking one way and he's looking the other way. How can you see him? I got the thing on the camera. Looking the same way. The head's arms are posable, which is very good. And they're very detailed figures. They come very well, like all figures Airfix does. And there's better than that out there too, but I'm pretty much an Airfix fan all my life, and I'm pretty well convinced this is the best. This is the best kit that Airfix has ever put out in 1/24 scale. I mean, you can do this thing here. Opens up Pandora's box. You can add a lot of plumbing there, a lot of wires. So don't be bashful. Use a lot of fuse wire. Get yourself some little small wires like electric motors. Take out the insulation and pull out pieces of strand of wire. Bend them, shape them, glue them in position, and you got yourself a plumb job. I love the cockpit detail of this thing. It's a shame this camera don't pick it up too much, but you can almost visualize how it looks inside there. It's a very nice model. I'm very happy to have this, fellas. I really am. I use I've always buy one or two of the same thing all the time back in those days, because I know it's going to happen, because I did a lot of traveling. You know, when you're in the service, you travel, move out of one house to another. You got the wife and the kids and everything, and things get fouled up, and you guys know the score. So anyway, buy one of these. The only way you get one of these things, I think, is this eBay. I haven't seen any of these on the model shelves in, to me, more than 20 years. Across the pond in England, I love to live out there with all my wonderful English friends. And I love to venture in their hobby shops. It would not take me long to make my mind up, be 100% swayed to live there in Europe and England. And just live there and go to all these wonderful hobby shops and be with good people and share their history and just enjoy life. But I'm too old. I can't do that no more. But that's just a wish list that I should have done. I wish I would have had a long time ago when I was young in my youth. But nobody knows how things go. You know, it's just a daily process. Same thing on this Stuka. It's going to be a daily process till it's all done. So I got a little more work to do on today, so I got to go ahead and work on the wings, work on the spats. I got some assemblies to get all done, and then when final assembly comes in, pop, put it together. There, like I say, there's no steps on the joining of the fuselage. It's unbelievable how this thing is 50 years old almost, and it fits like as if you bought a kit off the shelf today. Even this right here, with the bomb aimer's window, where the 500-pound bomb fits out across here. This is flush. This is all flush. It's flush. All it needs to be buffed out. No filler. You don't see no filler at all put on this thing. It still needs a little more sanding, a little more buffing, and we'll have to get to the filling point if I need any filler. But I'm always scratching all the time. I can't feel any steps, so that tells me it's smooth. This is a smooth airplane. I love the Stuka. One of my favorites, the Trumpets of Jericho. Okay, this is the conclusion of my fun build of my Airfix 124 Scale Stuka. And model on, model strong, buy yourself some kits, and enjoy. And get those videos out, guys, so I can watch them. I've been watching everybody's videos. I really enjoy them. You guys do a wonderful job out there. This is a wonderful community, and if we get a lot of people do what we do, that's just one less child off the streets going the wrong way in life. That's the problem with these kids nowadays. They got nothing to do. They have no moral figures to base themselves on. Just like a lot of us, we always want to be like John Wayne. Always want to be a moral figure. You don't have that no more. Shame. I think due from broken families, a lot of things. But modeling is good medicine for kids. You get a kid that's interested in modeling. I already saved 3 kids already. I came over my house. I live in an old house, fellas, over there in Angus Lane, in Marine City, where I just moved from. And I used to have kids come over my house, and they used to bring car models over there, and I used to teach them how to do this and that, and they really took an interest in modeling. And Albert, he says, I had no idea these things are so fun, and you know something, I can take these, show my friends it, and they like to build them. That's how it was back. I told Albert, that's how it was back in my days. And this is a wonderful hobby, fellas. It's beautiful, and so I think I did my part in helping a kid get that boy straight. Okay, I'll get this thing straightened out too. So stay posted this evening. I have the final reveal for the Kitty Hawk 132nd Scale OS2U Kingfisher. This be my conclusion entry for Charlie Mac's anniversary Pearl Harbor group build. And I might venture on some other group builds some fellas got going on there. So anybody's got any group builds going on, suggest it in your comments, and I'll be glad to join in, because I like to get involved. You know me, fellas. Oh boy, this coffee is so strong it makes you miserable. Okay, I think I'll misery you out of here. Just kidding, fellas. I'll be happy we move out. I get out of here right now. And you guys have a wonderful day. Like I always say, make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. And you're out there in the store and stuff, put a mask on. Protect yourself. People haven't learned their lesson yet. You got too many people climbing on top of people. People just don't get it. I learned that in science and health school during my elementary days when I was a kid growing up. During health class we had, he says when you're around a bunch of people, guaranteed you don't get sick because people carry viruses. I always was good for staying away from crowds of people. I don't want to get sick. Okay, I'm out of here. This is it for me. This is it for Hans Rudel and his finest Stuka. And we'll catch you this evening on the final reveal for the Kingfisher. So stay posted for that, and God bless you guys. And stay warm. It's cold outside. This winter's just now getting started. We're getting snow now. And I imagine Charlie Mack is getting a lot of snow up north. He's upstate from me, so he gets a lot of stuff up there. Okay, I'm out of here, boys. We'll see you tonight. Take care, fellas. God bless you all.